France is marking Bastille Day, albeit in a more muted way than usual because of COVID-19. President Emmanuel Macron has attended celebrations marking the storming of the famous prison during the 1789 revolution. But with gatherings of more than 5,000 people currently not permitted, the spectacle was significantly scaled back. Healthcare workers were honoured for their efforts during the pandemic. But many other health workers have been taking part in union-backed protests. They're unsatisfied with the terms of an €8 billion pay rise package announced on Monday. Most unions signed on to the deal that will see health workers get around €183 a month more on average. Unusually for this holiday, President Macron also gave a live interview about the state of the nation. Our international correspondent Annalise Borges has more on the untypical Bastille Day.
Emmanuel Macron was his usual confident self during that live interview in which he took the opportunity to explain some of the priorities of his new government and to talk about the lessons learned so far. The French president acknowledged that he hadn't always been successful in rallying the French behind his calls for reform, but promised to continue to try and do just that, because according to Emmanuel Macron, his visions, his plans for reforming France are exactly what the country needs right now. The French president also promised that France will be ready if a second wave of coronavirus infections hits this country, saying that France had learned perhaps the hard way the number of masks, the number of ICU beds it needs in case of a public health emergency. Throughout that interview, the French president was asked multiple times if he was already thinking about running for re-election in 2 years' time. Emmanuel Macron refused to answer that question directly, but did say that France needed a 10-year plan of social and environmental policies, suggesting that he could well be the man to lead France through the crisis to come. Annalise Borges in Paris.